Hey everyone, thank you for joining me with another episode from European Motors. What we're looking here at is the Lamborghini Huracan Performante. I'm so happy to look at this vehicle. Look how awesome it looks. However, this video isn't really geared at looking at the aesthetic looks of this vehicle, but all the conspiracy theories that are going around just alleging that this car is not as fast as the 918. Now, I'm not here to defend Lamborghini or even Porsche, but I'm here to say that the numbers are there. Until other type of evidence, facts, or information comes out that is concrete and solid, then of course I believe that we should stick with what is already given to us. There are many reasons why people think that the 918 will be the fastest car forever and ever, but this is of course super naive because cars will continue to evolve and progress and become lighter and more powerful, and of course the 918 can't reign king for all. I have seen a video that actually alleges and does a spreadsheet on all this stuff showing that of course sometimes are slower in the Huracan, sometimes are slower in the 918, but if they add everything up and do a little bit of division here and there, that yes, the 918 is quicker. But of course you have to stretch things a little to get to that point. Again, there's no hard and concrete evidence. I think that we can put the Performante right next to the 918, do a little bit of a drag race and see what it is, put it around a track, do tests. Of course, these vehicles are cars. This is not a statement of faith, but a statement of science. These vehicles could be put head to head and settle this once and for all. However, alleging that the Nurburgring time is not fact or that it is not valid is not wise right now while there's no evidence. So I think people should hold their findings, which is what I'm doing. I'm leaving an open mind to this and saying that, well, let's look at some numbers. Let's look at some concrete facts before we make a decision, gather all that evidence up, and then make an educated decision. People are, of course, jumping to all these conclusions very quickly and jumping on the 918 is faster bandwagon, but let's just take a look at some of these things. So the Nurburgring is a 12.8 mile, basically racetrack. Huracan Performante lapped in 6:52.01. Of course, this is a 5.2 liter V10, and the Performante is a lightweight version of the already very quick Huracan, which is in very steep competition with the Aventador. Now, looking at some of the specs of the Huracan Performante, we see 640 horsepower at 8,000 RPM, 440 foot-pounds of torque at 6,500 RPM. However, Lamborghini says that most of the torque is available at a mere 1,000 RPM. Now remember, this is a naturally aspirated engine, so there are no turbos or anything like that there. So 1,000 for the RPM for most of the torque is really, really amazing. Jumping here to the 918, we see very different numbers. Big difference in numbers. We have a 900 horsepower hybrid hypercar. Now here's the issue here. The 918 does have this hybrid system, 2.6 seconds 0 to 60, but the issue here is that there are batteries and a lot more weight to this vehicle. This is something that people really don't take into consideration. Enzo Ferrari said himself that it is better to have 1 pound less in a vehicle than 1 horsepower more. You have to look at the weight here, and if I scroll down, we can see that this is a 3,750 pound vehicle, 3,650 with the weight shaving Voicians package. Now if we move over here to the Huracan Performante, we see very, very different weight numbers. We look at this car and driver article and we see without fluids it is 3,047 pounds. That is already over a 600 pound weight difference. Now of course this is without fluids. With fluids we're talking about 3,350. So if we're comparing 3,350 to 3,650, that is already a 300 pound difference. That is a large human being, a large human individual. Now 350 pounds or even 300 pounds is a big difference in a vehicle, especially if you're talking about getting really quick times around a track. Of course, a vehicle is going to slide more and curve more if you're on a curvier track. If it weighs more, if it weighs less, of course it's going to do those times a lot quicker. quicker. And so this is by no means trying to say that one is more than the other, but it's interesting that most people are not focusing on the weights of these vehicles and the differences there. The Porsche is by no means a lightweight vehicle. Now what I think they should actually do is put these cars head to head, and I think until we get to that point where people have access to these, this will be a constant debate in the car community. I want to know your thoughts down below and what you think. It would be really interesting to know. What do you think? Who is faster? Do you stand by the Nurburgring time of the Huracan, or are you faithful to the 918 and the time that that car did? Thank you so much for your love and your support. I do appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoy all the content in the channel. Of course, more will come, and I will see you all next time.